Hello and welcome back to Minecraft as Gaeilge. Uh, we are here off in the middle of nowhere. We are actually pretty far from the beginner Gaeltacht. Uh, to start off Ni, episode 9. I believe that's correct. I always get 0 and 9 mixed up. And I just looked up in the dictionary and believe me, it's very handy to have one of those. If you don't have one, get one. Um, I looked it up and it seems like it's Ni is 9. It listed something very different than what I had learned for 0, so we'll see. Um, Basically, I am on a road here. You can't really see it, but you can see there's two bridges here. This leads up to a... oh, I forget what the biome is called. Um, a clay biome, basically. And you can see I switched out my mule for a horse and cobble. And I forgot to mention it in the last episode, episode of Hulk, episode 8. Um, what happened? I don't know what happened in, I think it was episode 7. I was trying to breed horses Nakapoli, and it just wasn't working at all. So I upgraded. I think I was even in 1.9, but I think it was an earlier version of 1.9. I upgraded, and I upgraded 1.10, thinking, all right, well, actually, I think I upgraded a higher version of 1.9, and thinking that might fix it, and it didn't. And then I upgraded to 1.10. There we go. And that still didn't fix it. And one of the cool things, I think this is in 1.9, is you get this cool path thing. So this is something I just wanted to do here. And it's a really cool feature. I really like it a lot. I haven't really even used it all that much. So this is very brand new. But I really like, because you can see I was between these two bridges, I was lighting it with torches just to show the way. And I really didn't want to, you know, in the Gale Talks I have, or in the Gale Talk at the moment, I have like wooden planks down, wooden slabs. And I really don't want to, we are actually very far out here, and I don't want to have wooden slabs the whole way. I mean, it just take me forever. I do a little bit of cheating since I have, like, admin powers, but, oops. Let me put that torch back. Not even back, just somewhere here. There we go. I try to not, like, spawn in blocks, you know. But rather, you know, if I need to quickly set the time today or something like that, I'll do that. And if you actually hear my keyboard, I'm sorry. That's probably very annoying. See how we did. So what was I saying? Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I upgraded to 1.10. Thinking, okay, well, maybe that'll fix it. And it really didn't. I was still having a lot of trouble with the horses. So, beats the hell out of me. Oh, good. We hardly use the shovel at all now. So I made this path, and it is a long way. Oops. It's a long way up to the biome. This world was, uh, so that's another kind of instance of, oh, maybe I'm cheating. Is that, I used the mapping program to see where the God, I'm blanking. Where the clay biomes are. I used the mapping program, and yeah, that's kind of cheaty. But one of the things on the server previous to this one that I was on, it was a private server. That actually one of my old bosses was running. I started it on one of my local machines, and I was trying to host it locally, and I didn't want to have it running all the time. So he's like, screw this, and he took the world save from me, and he bought, I won't say bought a server, but yeah, I mean, because he had a server for his business. I'm like, hey, why don't you just host this on that? And but then he just wound up, spending like whatever it was, $5 a month or something to, rent time on a server, basically. Server hosting. And yeah, cool. I like this. This is really cool. So he did some server hosting and was hosting it there for a while. And I don't know what happened, but like he didn't do any save backup, and apparently he wasn't paying attention. He had kind of stopped playing for a little bit. And, uh-oh, I need to get back to a bed here. Oh, this kind of looks really cool at night, too. That's awesome. Good job to whoever thought this up. I like it. He let his guard down, and I guess, I don't know if the company folded or what, but I mean, it was pretty much game over at that point. I mean, he hadn't backed it up in a while, so, all the things we had done, or so all the things I had done, and one of my other friends kind of stopped playing, so it was really only ever me on that server. It was like, yeah, alright, well, that's over. Yeah, I wonder if those maps will update. I'll have to break them down and, so this is gonna be a fun thing because there's a lot of space between here and the next. So I built, oops. I tried not to swear, I'm sorry. So, I forget that it's right click for these. I'm gonna get so many seeds and I don't want seeds. I try and leave the Minecraft worlds in a state of preservation too, try to preserve the nature, because the one thing about this game is it's really beautiful. It really is. In its natural state, all the world generation, it's really cool. Notch and all the developers did a really good job. I really like it a lot. It's really like one of the great reasons to play this game. Yeah. So that server kind of folded. It was a shame. There was a lot I liked about it. There was a lot I didn't like about it. But it kind of, the fact that it did fold kind of enabled me to really start this up. And actually, it's very sad. I've been on this server, I think, for maybe somewhat of a year now. And it doesn't show. So, I have this Bluetooth keyboard, and sometimes, like, not that the keys get stuck, but they do this weird thing where it's just the keyboard's not talking. Oops. The keyboard's not talking to the receiver, and then like I'll get stuck jumping and sometimes I would be moving in the direction I want to move. Like if I want to move forward, I press the D key, but it's not registering. I'm sorry, the W key, and it's just not registering. And yeah, very annoying. Otherwise, it's a good keyboard. It's a Microsoft wireless keyboard. It's not even Bluetooth. Did I say Bluetooth? Sorry if I did. I really like the Microsoft keyboards a lot. The thing is like it's really only like one Microsoft wireless keyboard that's also ergonomic. So I had one previous to this and it was really good and it lasted me a long time. And this one, I feel like, I don't know if it's just the placement I have of the receiver or something else, but it gets weird. It gets weird. Anyway, I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about. I kind of touched upon the horses. I don't know why the horses are such a pain in the ass right now. That's really funny. One of the other things is up on this trail here. Like I see, I just stopped right there and I didn't mean to. Is I did find like horses on the trail up here and I wanted to save them. Yeah, this guy's worthless. I just might as well just kill the horse. So you know what's funny too is like if you're not in a Minecraft area of your world for a while, if you start remembering the last time you were there, and for me, like I watch a lot of Netflix, so I often associate certain parts of the world with series that I was binge watching. So right now I'm thinking of Star Trek. Random Joe nerd fact. I mean, I am a nerd, but I did not watch Star Trek until very recently. Not even any of the new movies. It was just, I did not grow up watching them. So, it was one of those things. It was just a long time before I finally was like, okay, I'll watch. So I'm just thinking of Star Trek now. Yeah. So, I think I might end this episode here. I did just check, and I saw the last episode I just filmed, episode of Hawk. It was very big, very big file size. So I want to keep this one a little lower, I think. And you know, I also don't want to bore you guys. I've tried watching my episodes here, and they are very boring. So I need to think of some things to do, and I really should get somebody else on the server here. I tried to get my old boss on here, but yeah. I mean, I work, he works, but he's like a workaholic, and he's got a family. So he does family things. Sucker. I'm kidding. I love his family. They're great. So, yeah. Oops. I need to be more this way. Yeah, so, maybe he'll probably make an appearance, but, I wouldn't hold my breath. So again, I don't want to, the episodes are kind of boring at the moment because there's nobody else on here, and it's just me, and I have to figure out ways to talk, basically, by myself. So forgive me for them being boring, and if you're one of those magical, wonderful people who happens to watch these, thank you so much. Thank you, I really mean it. Cool, is this the way to undo these? Great, fantastic. So, if you're one of those brave souls who is watching this, thank you so much. They are admittedly boring, so we'll see how long it is before I start getting viewers and all that. It amazes me. I see some Minecraft videos sometimes. I'm like, people watch this? Yeah, but because I mean, usually like I see some videos that get a lot of views. I'm like, people are watching this person for some reason, and they're not watching me. I mean, again, I know I'm a little boring, but it's like that person has no personality or any reason to be watching them. So, alright, so I'll end it here because it looks like we are getting to that big file size, and it is almost night again. So, Slán, I won't say Ihewal this time, and I gotta take a few minutes to figure out what I want to do for the next episode. That was something I was gonna mention. Is I wanted to do something very big and, well, not very big, but some kind of special thing to do for episode 8. Because I am a nerd, so why not do things on binary numbers as opposed to like the tens and decimal numbers, right? But maybe I'll still do some kind of special thing for the 10th episode. Not really anything special. No promises. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Alright, Slán.